Hello everyone. Hi. Good morning. I just got up and I'm starting to get ready, and I decided to film for a little bit while I finish up a DIY I'm doing and talk about country in the park. I've been very much not wanting to make this video because it's hard for me to do like a sit down and stuff like that, but yeah, this is what we're doing now. Hi, my name is Annabelle. Welcome to my channel. I'm aspiring to be big one day on YouTube, and maybe one day I will. So, first step, Saturday, I woke up. I was like, I've got plenty of time to get ready, you know, all the fun stuff. And then this happened. Hi everybody, it's Annabelle here. I am getting ready for Country in the Park right now. It's kind of chaotic. I was supposed to leave like 10 minutes ago, but I'm still getting ready. So that's what we're working on. I kind of like 90% blow dried my hair because I'm going to curl it. And then I'm wearing, sorry, it's like bad view. I'm wearing the dress that I'm going to be wearing there. And I can talk more later, but yes, this is what I'm doing. I'm getting ready, and I should have been leaving 10 minutes ago, so let's go. Gonna have a little mirror moment. These are my boots. Got them at a thrift store. They're super cute. And then here's the rest of the dress. I also got this at a thrift store. This belt was from Amazon, and then this buckle was from a friend. That's all I have on right now. I'll do a full one and a bunch of pictures once I'm actually completely ready. So after that, you know, I rushed there. I was finally there, and all we did was wait, which was like, oh, like I freaked out so much. Like, I gotta get ready, and all we did was wait. But no problem, it was fine. We had a lot of fun, me and my friend Kaylee, and then I have a bunch of clips of us getting ready with her sister. It was so much fun. I love my hair. It got way messy, but I loved it at the beginning. It was just so beautiful. I loved it so much. But
okay. Alright. Sounds good. See you soon. Love you. Want me to hang out?
and then it was like an hour drive there. We got Chick-fil-A, which I did not take any pictures of, but it was bomb. We got like the 30 like chicken nugget box, and she's never had a frozen lemonade before, which I was like, girl. So we ate that, and we were like, yes, you know, feeling it. We're like, oh my god. We got there. It was so crowded. Like, you know, I've been to some events, but oh my god, there were so many people. And normally when I'm at events like this, like, I'm with my parents, and I wasn't. I was just with my friend, and like, we know each other pretty well, but I was still really nervous. I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna get kidnapped. But it was fine. So yeah, that's what we did. And then I have clips of each of the artists, and like, I'm just gonna like rate all of them because I think it's fun to like kind of give my personal experience. So number one is Corey Kent. I was actually really excited to see him. Like, I was impressed, and I loved his stage presence, and I really liked a lot of his songs. It was just like so hot at that time because the sun was like blaring down, and it's kind of nice. Like, his music was like light, and like, you know, we got there, we're like checking everything out, we're like, oh my god, and we got to like get pretty close to him, like right in front of the VIP section. But yeah, so then after we like hung out kind of right in front of the VIP section for a little bit, we went back, and then we were like, okay, it's gonna be break time, you know, let's go explore a little more. And then I'm pretty sure next up was Breland. I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly. I did not get any videos of him because I was over across the way. Like, I'm not even joking, it was so far. And mind you, I was wearing heels. which I never do. So that was a very smart decision because, yeah, I was dying the entire night. So yeah, but we decided to go over, and there was a line dancing tent, which is like so fun. And there was like this squad of girls that all had like cool t-shirts on, and they're like, okay, if you get lost in the dance, just follow one of the girls. But we got there right in time, and they were teaching a dance, and I was like, oh my god. And mind you, I've done like 2 line dances my entire life because there's not very many line dancing places around here. So I felt very out of place because turns out everyone knows how to line dance. Like, even just like people that only know basic ones, it still looks so cool. So I got there, I learned it really quickly, and I was like, oh my god, this is so fun. I have one video of these people line dancing, and it doesn't even look like line dancing. But yeah, so like, yeah, I learned like a little one. Then I tried to follow along with a couple. I don't remember them, but I learned a couple, and it was actually pretty fun. And then I forgot I'm like supposed to be painting right now. So I'm just gonna paint and talk. Hang on. Okay. So like this lady was totally these girls, they were amazing and teaching. So we hung out over there for like 30 minutes. And then after we hung out over there, we realized, oh my god, like Maddie and Tay is next, which was the whole reason I was going, was because Maddie and Tay, like, they're the best. I love their music. They're just amazing. And like their friendship and everything, they're just so wholesome. So we got there literally just in time. I watched them walk on the stage, and I was just like so excited. I just started screaming with everyone else, and their outfits were so beautiful. I don't have any like close videos, but I'll just play their videos now, and you can see how absolutely gorgeous they were. I was like looking at both of them, they were so beautiful. And then like Maddie was talking, and then she was like, oh my god, like I have like a baby bump. And I was like, oh, she's pregnant. I was so excited for her. And they were like talking about their friendship, and it was so sweet. And then you know what they ended with? They ended with like the most popular song, of course, but like I'm here for it. They ended with Mama, Can You Die From a Broken Heart? Bruh, I was crying and singing. I was so happy. That was like my favorite, like the best moment ever. Then after Maddie and Tay, it's like a 30-minute break, right? Because I have to set up the stage for the next one. And it was Justin Moore next. And I was so excited because I was like, oh my god, Justin Moore, Okay, well, turns out, this is when we decided to get food, right? And there's a bunch of food trucks, lots of choices, but, you got to make a decision because we got to get back over so I can see Justin Moore come on. Well, that didn't happen. We finished up. I picked out Mr. Pickles sandwich shop, which is a thing here in NorCal. It's probably a franchise in other places, but I see him a lot in NorCal. It's a sandwich shop. It's amazing. I love it. I got like the best sandwich ever with some chips and a Pepsi. I was set. But my friend was not. She was like, oh my god, there's so many choices. Like, we got to look at all of them. Now, this would have been fine. Like, I would have been like, okay, whatever. But my feet, oh my god. I literally like tripped like 50 times walking around, and I was like dying because I was up for most of Maddie and Tay, plus like the walking around and the line dancing. I was like close to dying. So basically what happened was she made her decision, but we heard like all of a sudden like people screaming, and I was like, oh my god, he came on and we didn't even see it. I was so upset. And like I know I saw him, like they had like a little screen where everyone was doing interviews earlier, but I was like, oh my god, we missed him walking up. But it was okay. We made it like when he was on like his second song, so it was okay. And I had to sit down for most of him, but at least we were pretty close, like where our camping chairs were and stuff, that I could easily see him. And I was joking because we were twinning. We had like the same denim jacket on, and I was wearing a white dress, he was wearing a white shirt, and we have the same type of hat. I was like, ah. But here's the videos of him.
It's gonna be your last weekend with us. Hope it was worth it. I'm joking, obviously.
And then after him, it was Chris Young. Again, like, I'm pretty sure this was the lineup. I'm probably missing one artist, but it's okay. Then it was Chris Young. I'm not a humongous fan, don't come at me, but I'm not like a big fan of him. I mean, he sounds great, you know, but like he doesn't really have like he's a performer. Do you know what I mean? Like, he doesn't really have like that country sound where it's like, oh my gosh, like it feels like he's just singing in like a small bar and it's like country music, you know? It's more like performer music where you're like, oh, you know, Neon Moon, all this stuff. But I mean, don't get me wrong, he was still amazing. Great stage presence, loved that. And you know, he had like people on in the back, like on the screen that were like supporting him and stuff. I saw Brad Paisley. I was like,
Walking around with all these whispers floating around here in my brain. I just can't help but hear them. I can't hold it.
but then, I was like not really feeling it, but he started talking about like losing people you love, stuff like that, and I was like, don't pull on my heartstrings, bro. And you know, he's talking about that. He's like, hey, you know, the song is for anyone that lost someone, and I was like, oh. And the song like hit so, like, it was so beautiful. That was when I realized I really liked him, because I think the performance was beautiful, and like there was people like crying all around me, and everyone had their flashlights out. And when I mean everyone, I mean like up in the stands, up in the field, like even over across. It was so beautiful. I loved it. I even like I was shedding a couple tears, and I was like, wow. And well, I guess I gotta tell the tea too. So there was a couple times, like, I've said this story like way too many times. It's probably like way, like my family's gonna watch this and be like, shut up about it. Okay, but the amount of times that like guys would like start to flirt with me and like, you know, pull like pickup lines, or you know, like try to be like cool and stuff. There's these wristbands, and you wear a wristband if you're over 21 so you can drink, you know? It's like a little green wristband. And I'm a minor, so obviously I didn't have the wristband, and guys would like start to flirt with me, and I was wearing my jacket, right? And I just like pull my jacket sleeve up, and then they don't see any wristband, and they're like, oh, minor, and they just walk off. It's like the best tool ever. I'm like, we need this out in real life, you know? Although when you're like walking around and there's like cowboys and stuff, you're like, ooh, you know, he's kind of cute, and then he's got like a girlfriend, and you're like, well, we need like a thing to see if you're taken or not, because some guy's walking around alone, and then I saw him again with a girl, and you're like, you don't want to go stealing no one's, you know, no one's man's. But yeah, so that was after Chris Young. And that was like the little bit of tea I have. Like nothing really like super exciting happened like in that department, which is totally fine because I had enough fun already, plus the fact that my feet were killing me. But then it took forever for me to find my parents, because they were there too, but like in a different spot, and I had to like read the text a couple of times to understand where they were. But they said they basically had an eye on me the whole time, so that made me feel more comfortable. Like my parents were keeping an eye out for me. But yeah, and then besides the Mr. Pickles, I had like kettle corn and cotton candy. I didn't really eat anything like totally out of this world, but it was still absolutely amazing. The whole experience was amazing, and I'm like so grateful to my friend for inviting me and buying my ticket. Like, I know it was for her birthday, and she, you know, she wanted someone to go with her, but I was just like, that was amazing. Like, you know, I have like no words. But yes, it was a great experience, and I really want to do something like that again, and try to film again too, because I feel like people like watching that type of stuff. Because this one girl that I watch, and she's not just one girl, she's like my favorite. Her name is Kaylee Boyle. She went to Coachella, and it was so fun to watch. Like going through the experience with her, that was really fun. I really like that. Yeah, so that was kind of country in the park. I mean, and then like the next couple of weekends after that, I went to a local thing that had like a bunch of rides, and that was really fun. And then this weekend, which I'm like overbooked over here, or this last weekend, we had a birthday party for my dad, and 50 people came. So that was a lot too. So I'm like in recovery mode, which is why I'm like, okay, I'll sit down and like video myself, because I'm not really in the mood to be productive like at all. So, and also like doing this little DIY that I'm doing, which, you know, I can show you in a second. I saw this on Pinterest as usual, which is where I find most of my DIYs, even though none of them really work out. I'm like, oh, I want to do this. It's going to be great. No. But yes, so this DIY that I'm working on is for my earrings, because over there in that back wall, that, oh, I don't know how to point this, that empty space right there, there we go. I need to put an earring holder because I have so many earrings. Like my little necklace holder that I have, which I'm currently very much blocking, which is right there, right above the sunset lamp. It holds my necklaces just fine. Like that's great. But I need an earring holder because I have them in drawers right now and they get all tangled up. And I'm like, I'm never going to find earrings. So I always put them on top of the drawers and then it's like a total mess. So we're making a little earring holder that I saw on Pinterest with my own little spin on it. It needs like 5 more layers because it keeps seeping into the cardboard, but I'm just using like plain gold paint. Oh, it's like, ooh, it's very pretty. It's just like plain gold paint, acrylic, and this is just like a file box cover. And am I touching? Okay. And I'm gonna paint the whole thing gold, and then I'm gonna, here, why don't I just stand up and show you? It's gonna go right here, and I'm gonna use like a little push pin and poke little holes in it to hold my earrings. And I'm like, this is such a great idea. Like, why didn't I think of this before? Because I had like this whole complicated idea to do an earring holder. Like, I'm like, oh yeah, that's a great idea, but I have to like buy all the supplies and like actually like do a whole bunch of stuff, and I'm like, I'm never gonna do that. So yeah, this is just like the little DIY I'm doing. But I got really off track there. Sorry. It's kind of chaotic. But why did I say but again? Anyways, that's how Country in the Park went. It was amazing. I'm really glad I got to film a lot of it. And I know it doesn't seem like I filmed a lot, but for me, I'm impressed. I'm going to keep working on this, and then I probably need to like actually start my day. So anyways, I love every single one of you, and also like thank you so much for subscribing to all the people that did, even though you guys really liked the video that I did not like at all, but totally appreciate it. I love every single one of you. I hope you're having an amazing day, night, all that good stuff, and catch you on the flip side. Bye.